Clear, got to pay for services. If there's a question later on about Italy, I'll tell you how it's working out now. All donations and all outside support's temporary and conditional. So in Acorn International, I've had to do some crazy things. Less than 6 months ago, we bought Acorn Global Enterprises, the only 100% fair trade coffee house in New Orleans. Actually, it's voted by people in New Orleans, the #1 coffee house in all New Orleans. That's a picture of the new counter and our new menu board and our good-looking food. It's called Fairgrinds Coffee House. And you know what? This is like, since I've already told you the welfare rights story, those of you who are real historians. So the symbol for welfare rights was a link in a chain. So it turns out if you own a business, you can do any kind of crazy thing you want. And so there's the link, linking our country together with the countries that supply our fair trade. And obviously the action, passion, and intensity is those lightning bolts. I guess that's steam or whatever. But you can follow it pretty easily. The customers really don't care. Oh, yeah, okay. But from the first day, we immediately funded all the organizing operations in San Pedro Sula and Tegucigalpa, Honduras, where we work, and Lima, Peru, and in our Mexico City office. And if we can keep this going up in similar projects, what we're trying to do, because dues isn't quite enough in the mega slums to fund all of our operations, see if we can balance both of those kinds of activities to be more self-sufficient. As I said, the biggest barrier turns out to be you got to ask. You ask for dues, people pay it. Don't ask, they never pay it. And if you're willing to ask, I really believe there are no boundaries for what you can do. There's a mixed crowd here, and I didn't know if we're going to have mostly students or whatever, but there's a piece of advice I always give students. I don't get to talk to students, and probably you'll find out why in about 2 seconds. But here's one thing I think for students as an organizer. If you're going to go to school, and obviously if you're in school, you obviously believe in it, you need to demand that as part of what you get out of school, you learn to support yourself, and you learn to finance your dreams. There's nothing, I think, more tragic than having people come out who have the spirit and passion and intensity, who talk to me who want to be organizers, and they're getting out of school or they're young, and they just don't know how to put together the resources, and they don't realize that if they jumped in and had some skills in that area, they could probably build something. So if I were you, that's what I would demand. So good luck, be strong, and thank you for being with me to talk about this. And I don't know who's going to moderate questions, but I appreciate your patience.